lies on lies on lies on lies on lies. Like lies on lies on lies.
So yesterday I made a video talking about this Bells Plus One situation, how their house was supposedly broken into by a stranger, yet on the same day her husband had a warrant put out for his arrest for aggravated burglary. I was waiting for her to respond to my video since she literally responded to every other video made about this situation, but she didn't end up responding until like really early in the morning, so I didn't see it until I woke up, and by then she had already deleted it. But luckily, since I get the notification, I could still see what she said and screenshot it. So basically her response was really stupid. I see why she deleted it. It was vague. She did not address anything I said in the video. She did not disprove anything I said in the video. It was basically just her once again trying to look like she's unbothered, using those laughing, crying emojis, which is the #1 sign that someone is bothered. And she didn't say anything at all, oh, ha ha, these aren't the facts, you don't know what you're talking about. But you're going around commenting on every single video, so while you're at it, why don't you just give us the facts? If these aren't the facts, why don't you give us the facts? She's also deleted every single video on her channel pertaining to the robbery, so I'm guessing she's just going to try to sweep this under the rug and not mention it anymore. Luckily, I was able to screenshot this comment that she left on another vlogger's channel before she deleted it, and in this comment, she's saying that that warrant couldn't be for Uriah because it's dated December 8th, and she's saying that all of this happened and she uploaded the video on the same day, which remember it was uploaded on December 9th, so she's saying all of this happened, her house got broken into, and she called the police on December 9th. But in her vlog about the robbery, which luckily I saved because I had a feeling she would delete it, you can see that after everything happens, she's going to sleep and then she wakes up the next day and she explicitly says it's the next day.
This is the next day. I'm out.
So in order for what she's saying to be true, in order for all of this to have happened on December 9th, she must have got the call that her house was robbed at 12 a.m. on December 9th or later. My question is, what were you doing at 12 a.m. that you weren't at your house? I mean, you can see in the vlog when she's at her cousin's house, supposedly right before she gets the call, you can see in the windows that the sun is barely setting. It's nowhere near 12 a.m. The sun sets around 5 o'clock in Cincinnati in this time of year, so if what she's saying is true, there's at minimum a 7-hour gap of time. So, I mean, was she standing around in her cousin's empty house for 7 hours? I mean, where was she? That is a big gap of time. I highly doubt she was out and about at 12 a.m. or later with her 3-year-old. So I'm sure the excuse she's going to use is that she was at Uriah's house or his basement that he sleeps in. But if that's the case, why wasn't he with you in the vlog when you were looking at the damage of the robbery? And I know she said in a later video that Uriah was right by her side during that video, but in the actual vlog, he is not seen or heard once. I have a feeling she just realized she needed to create an alibi for him because even her supporters were suspecting him in her comment section. And on top of all of this, why the hell was your landlord at your house at 12 a.m. or later? She also said that something happened to her car, but that she didn't want to talk about it, which I find odd because this girl talks about literally anything and everything that will bring her attention, but you can't take 5 seconds out of a video to say what happened to your car. I mean, you really must be the most unlucky person in the world. On the same day your house is broken into and vandalized, something happens to your car as well. But I'm sure Uriah had nothing to do with it. I mean, it's not like drug addicts are prone to violence or anything. Speaking of drug addiction, just 3 months ago, she was saying she was going to leave him because of his drug use. Her friend even created a fraudulent GoFundMe account just so she could do that. But now there's not even any mention of his drug addiction. If these people have really found a way to completely cure drug addiction in 3 months, they should just write a book and quit trolling the internet. But honestly, I have no doubt that Uriah is still a drug addict. I think they used that when it benefited their storyline, and now that it doesn't anymore, they just don't talk about it, but that doesn't mean that it's not happening behind the scenes. And in this video, which is more recent, he looks visibly messed up. He's sweaty, his eyes look crazy. A drug addiction is not something you just wake up one day and decide, oh, I'm not going to be an addict anymore. If you had the ability to do that, you never would have been an addict in the first place. Drug addicts have self-control issues, impulse control issues, so it's not something you just up and decide one day you're not going to be a drug addict anymore. So when people were commenting that it might have been him on her video and she kept saying, well, why would my husband do this? Why? The answer is right there in front of you. The past 3 months, all the time and energy you should have been putting into helping your husband get better, you just put into creating fake beef and drama for views on YouTube. And this is why I just can't feel bad for this girl, because this is not something that just randomly happens. Your husband doesn't just randomly get mad and destroy all your things. This is something that was building up and you saw it coming and you chose to ignore it. But anyway, I'll be waiting for these elusive facts that she keeps talking about, because she uploaded a video today and didn't talk about the situation at all, so...
Literally lies on lies on lies on lies on lies. Like lies on lies on lies. I'm not a snake. Literally lies on lies on lies on lies on lies. Like lies on lies on lies on lies.